Welcome back to What Is, the channel where we unravel the mysteries of, well, everything. Today, we're tackling a titan. A game responsible for more family feuds, late-night arguments, and I quit declarations than perhaps any other. We're talking about that iconic box with the colorful properties, tiny plastic houses, and the ever-present threat of bankruptcy. We're asking, what is Monopoly? And trust me, the answer is a lot more layered and frankly, a lot funnier than you might think. At its core, Monopoly is a turn-based board game for 2 to 8 players. The objective: to own properties, develop them with houses and hotels, collect rent from other players who land on your spaces, and ultimately drive everyone else into financial ruin. Yes, you heard that right. It is a game about ruthlessly acquiring wealth and crushing your opponents beneath the heel of your perfectly placed hotel empire. Now, if you ask most people about Monopoly's origins, they'll probably tell you a heartwarming tale. Charles Darrow, an unemployed salesman during the Great Depression, invents a game to pass the time, sells it to Parker Brothers, and boom, instant classic, American dream achieved. It's a nice story, isn't it? A testament to ingenuity in hard times. But, like many things that seem too good to be true, that version is, well, it's missing a few crucial chapters. About 30 years worth, to be precise. The actual story of Monopoly begins not in the 1930s, but in 1903, with a progressive activist and game designer named Elizabeth Magie Phillips, or Lizzie Magie for short. Lizzie wasn't looking to create a game about unfettered capitalism. Oh no, she was trying to warn people about it. Lizzie invented the Landlord's game, a board game with 2 sets of rules. One she called Monopolist, and another called Anti-Monopolist. Her goal was to demonstrate the dangers of land monopolies and the economic benefits of a single tax system, as proposed by economist Henry George. Basically, she wanted to show how landlords accumulate wealth at the expense of tenants and the general public. Think about that for a second. The game we play today, where we frantically buy up everything and charge exorbitant rents, was originally designed to illustrate the injustice of doing exactly that. It's like inventing a game called Don't Eat Too Much Sugar and it becoming the world's most popular candy eating contest. Lizzie patented her game in 1904. It wasn't an immediate commercial success, but it spread like wildfire through word of mouth, especially among Quakers, college students, and progressive communities. People would draw their own boards, make up their own property names, and tweak the rules. It was a grassroots phenomenon, evolving organically as it passed from hand to hand. Fast forward to the early 1930s. This is where Charles Darrow enters the picture. He encountered a version of the Landlord's game played by friends in Philadelphia, fell in love with it, started producing his own copies, and eventually sold it to Parker Brothers in 1935. He claimed it as his own invention. Parker Brothers, keen on the charming Ragstorich's inventor story, ran with it. It took years and several legal battles for Lizzie Magie's original contribution to be recognized. Parker Brothers eventually bought her patent for a paltry sum, effectively sidelining her while Darrow enjoyed fame and fortune. A rather ironic twist for a game about economic justice, wouldn't you say? So, how did a game about economic critique become a celebration of ruthless acquisition? Well, the monopolist set of rules from Lizzie's original game, the one demonstrating the evils of monopoly, is the version that stuck, and the one we all know and love. Or love to hate. The core loop is simple. Roll dice, move token, land on a space. If it's unowned, you can buy it. If it's owned, you pay rent. The magic or the madness begins when you collect all properties of a color group. That, my friends, is a monopoly in the game's terms. And once you have one, you can start building houses, then hotels, and watch those rent payments skyrocket. The goal isn't just to own property. It's to strategically acquire properties that funnel opponents into your most expensive zones. Sticking a hotel on Boardwalk or Park Place, or even just the orange properties, which statistically get landed on frequently. Due to the dice rolls and go-to-jail mechanics, can be a death sentence for your friends and family. And let's be honest, how many of us have secretly, or not so secretly, harbored a deep desire to bankrupt our siblings, parents, or significant others during a game of Monopoly? It brings out a primal, capitalist beast in even the most mild-mannered individual. Oh, you landed on my hotel, with a swimming pool, a helipad, and a personal butler. That'll be all your money, please. Then there are the house rules. Oh God, the house rules. The money under free parking rule is perhaps the most common and arguably the worst. It's not in the official rulebook, ever. But countless families play with it, turning a game that's already a marathon into an epic, multi-day endurance test where no one ever goes bankrupt, and everyone just accumulates mountains of cash until someone finally flips the board in frustration. Elizabeth Magie's original intent was to show how monopolies concentrate wealth and stifle competition. She succeeded, in a way, by creating a game that perfectly demonstrates the addictive, cutthroat nature of those very systems. It's a brilliant, albeit accidental, masterclass in experiential learning. Despite its capacity to shatter friendships and ignite arguments, Monopoly has sold hundreds of millions of copies worldwide, translated into dozens of languages. It's truly a global phenomenon. There are literally thousands of themed editions: Star Wars, the Golden Girls, cities and universities. If you can think of it, there's probably a Monopoly board for it. More than a game, it's a cultural touchstone. It's the go-to board game for a rainy holiday afternoon. A rite of passage for many children learning about money and strategy, and the harsh realities of debt. And a perennial conversation starter when discussing board games. Its legacy is a fascinating paradox. A game designed to critique the pitfalls of unchecked capitalism became one of its greatest, most enduring pop culture celebrations. It teaches us about property acquisition, rent, mortgages, and economic dominance, while making us question our relationships with the people we're playing with. Who knew a little cardboard box could cause so much emotional damage? So, what is Monopoly? It's a game born from a progressive activist's desire to illustrate economic injustice, accidentally turned into a global sensation that celebrates the very thing she warned against. It's a game with a fascinating, complex history, often simplified and It's a testament to the power of games to teach, to entertain, and yes, to occasionally push us to the brink of financial and familial despair. It's a game that, despite its flaws, remains undeniably compelling, drawing us back to the board again and again for another round of buying, building, and bankrupting. It's Monopoly, the ultimate capitalist simulator, inadvertently invented by an anti-capitalist. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Monopoly's true origins and enduring legacy. If you enjoyed this dive into board game history and economic irony, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to What Is for more fascinating stories, and let us know in the comments. What's your most infamous Monopoly story? Did you ever play with the free parking money rule? Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and maybe, just maybe, try to be a little less ruthless next time you land on someone's hotel on boardwalk. Or don't. We won't judge.